life I could have known, one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that road could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today. Times gone by, I've traded black dirt into clay. I thought my memories would end. One street over's now 1,000 miles away. When I close my eyes, I'm back to where I've been. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I had today.
Good morning. This is 1100 WSG. I'm Utah LaVern, and this is One Street Over. What's going on one street over from where you live in? Well, we've got an opportunity to hear from somebody that's living a few streets over up in Nashville, in East Nashville. I'm getting to know Mark Thomas. He is here. This is something that Lee Marie has been telling me about, and that she's gotten involved with, and I'm just so intrigued because it's something that happens at the Opry. And anybody that knows me, I have just this fascination with the Grand Ole Opry because I grew up in West Kentucky. And I grew up one of those kids that sat and listened to, I have those stereo that I would just play records over and over. Johnny Cash and Tanya Tucker and, just all the greats. And, Tanya Tucker. But my dad, Tanya Tucker terrified my daddy. She was the reason why he never really encouraged me in music, because I think he was afraid I was going to be in the honky tonks like she was. And so, and I always say that, Patsy Cline, all that stuff, bluegrass, early bluegrass stuff.
Bill Monroe.
But, oh yeah, man, I sang it all over and over and over and over and over. And I just had a dream of coming and being on the Opry and doing all those kinds of things. So anybody that gets their toe in the door at the Opry, I just am so excited for, because I know what a thing it is.
Well, you've got to come sing with us next year.
I would love to. I would love to. It's a timing factor. I will have 7 grandkids by Christmas. And, they keep me super busy. So, but I appreciate the invitation, and maybe I can do that one day. There's a local choir here I've told them I'm going to come and do something with sometime. I've never done a choir. I've always just,
It's a unique experience. Yeah. It's like snowflakes. I'm working with a little choir of some kids that I vocal coach.
Put that microphone where you're talking right on the top of it.
Kids that I vocal coach, and and as they were singing last night, I just looked at them individually, and it's like each person's unique, like a snowflake, and as beautiful as each snowflake is. I told them, hey, you're each beautiful individuals, but when we come together, snow can stop a city, and we are going to stop the show at the Opry House Sunday with these kids.
Oh, how fun. How fun. So cool. And one other Opry story real quick. My parents, when they got married, They had their first night. My dad farmed, and he took over the family farm, and so they were there at the farmhouse their first night. Then they got it the next day, and they came to the Opry for their honeymoon.
Wow!
For their honeymoon, and so I just think it's so. I've got just such a fond memory of listening to and all things Grand Ole Opry related, and just have so much respect for it. And so, how incredibly cool is that you get to do this?
No place
This
like
is
it.
so cool. So, what is your gig though all the time? I mean, this is something that happens. Does this happen once a year?
Once a year, yeah. This Sunday morning country show happens once a year. CMA Fest.
So
Sunday.
it's during CMA Fest.
Sunday of CMA. It was our founder, Joe Babcock. He was instrumental in founding it in 1980, back when it was fanfare. And he thought it would be great if all these out-of-towners had a place to come and hear some gospel music.
Absolutely.
And to give the stars of the day a chance to give a short testimony and sing a song.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? So is there a testimony element to this, or is it all music now?
It's mainly music, but artists talk a minute or two before they sing.
Okay. How cool. How incredibly cool. I just think this is and I never even knew it existed until she told me.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I didn't know about it.
Man, if we could get word out, that would be fantastic. The lineup is, just crazy great. We've got John Barry, a Grammy winner, John Barry.
I know exactly who he is, yes.
Mandy Barnett, who did Patsy Cline on Broadway.
Yes.
Jimmy Fortune from the Statlers. John McEwen, who founded the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Yeah.
It just goes on and on.
Wow. And I mean, so how long does this show last?
Well, you get your money's worth and then some.
Okay.
The show starts at 4, and I've heard we're going to go to 6:30.
Okay.
But there's a pre-show at 3:30.
Right. That's the warm-ups and whenever they're all kind of, getting their gears going.
The pre-show's as good as the show, but
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I had an opportunity. I have a good friend of mine that did lighting for just all kinds of stuff. He's retired now, but he had us come help him put lights up for CMAs. For about 7 years we did it. And the coolest thing is getting to hear rehearsals.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was just so cool, and just seeing all that stuff. So
see how the sausage is made.
Yeah, man, it was the coolest thing, and to get the backstory on some of this stuff. So, the warm ups, the building up to the show is sometimes some of the best stuff.
It is.
Because they're uninhibited. Mm-hmm. It's just they're just like, hey, let's have some fun with it. But this sounds like a wonderful thing, and Lee Marie's in the choir.
She is.
That's so cool.
Along with 89 other singers. It's a huge country chorale, and we back up the artist, and we bring the church element. The choir full of the Holy Spirit worshiping. It's you will laugh, you will cry, you will worship, you'll be moved, you will leave different than you came in.
So how do you get tickets to this? Are they still available, or are they sold?
Oh, they're still available. You could do it through the Opry. If you could contact me, I could get you connected.
You get me connected.
If you know what I mean.
I understand. I've been in radio a long time. I know. I know how it works.
Find me on Facebook and direct message me, Mark Thomas.
Okay. Very good. Very good. There's always a back door, y'all. There's always a back door to get into stuff. But anyway, so that is so cool. And I know that it is. Like you said, the word should be out. It should be sold out.
It should be.
And
we grow every year.
The music festival, you would think it would be sold out, quite frankly. Well, maybe we'll get it sold out between now and then.
Let's do.
Cash, you like them?
Cutter and Cash.
Oh, Cutter and Cash are going to be on there. I love them so much.
They're starting.
So sweet.
They're starting very early in the lobby, and then they're on the show too.
Okay, they're awesome. How fun. What a great night. This just sounds wonderful. So, but let me go back to the question. What do you do?
Well, I'm a self-employed musician / actor.
That's awesome. I mean, living in East Nashville. Sounds like you're living the dream, man.
I wake up every day.
A lot of people have.
Every day is different, and every day is simply something that I love to do.
That's very cool.
I have a bachelor's and master's in music, piano performance specifically. I've taught at universities, and I'm not doing that now. I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
I teach piano and voice. I play. I write. I music direct. I sing. songwriter.
Okay.
I arrange. I'm arranging all the choral parts for the country chorale.
That is so cool. How did you start? How did you get involved with this? When did your part start happening with this?
I came to Nashville and found out about it, and I joined Music City Christian Fellowship. And at that time, we had monthly meetings, and after the meeting, everybody could get up and sing a song or two. And then every year I sang in the choir.
Okay.
Joe Babcock brought the choir element in a few years after it had started.
Okay.
And it really makes the show. But he's in his 90s now.
Wow.
And he passed the baton.
Okay.
So that's how I got it.
What a cool legacy to continue.
Well, Joe Babcock,
That's fabulous.
30 years on Hee Haw every week. Joe Babcock wrote songs recorded by Elvis, Waylon Jennings. I Washed My Hands in Muddy Water. You know that. Yeah.
Yes.
Joe Babcock is a living legend, and he'll be performing as well.
That is so cool. I'm just sitting here looking at this list of people that are going to be there and all the things. What a neat. So how soon do y'all start rehearsals for this thing? When did that start up? You're getting ready for this. When did you start getting together?
The country chorale comes from all over the country.
Gotcha.
That's California, Florida, Michigan. So they come in, and we rehearse Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, really?
Just the chorale.
Okay.
And on Saturday, the band comes and all of the artists come, and we put the show together in rehearsal. Everybody's allowed around 10 minutes to do a run through, and then we will have sound checks on Sunday and run through it before the show.
You're going to be busy this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, I won't try to call her this weekend because I know where she's going to be. That's really cool. So how many people did you say that are doing the
90.
choir?
90.
90 people. Wow.
90 people.
Man, this is spectacular. How much fun is this? And here, the Opry Box tickets, there's an 800-733-6779. You can, no, we don't want to do the number.
You can, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I thought the phone number wasn't working.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
That phone number doesn't work anymore. You have to go to Opry.com.
Okay.
They quit using phones.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so we go to Opry.com to see about tickets or private message him.
Private message.
Yeah, there you go. But this is awesome. I mean, what a great time. And I love hearing that the faith community is still strong. I've been in Nashville a long time and have seen a lot of changes. And so, I mean, it's so nice to see. I don't know. I feel like there's a revival even because when I first got here, it was kind of like, well, kind of keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people are getting more passionate, more outspoken about their faith. And it is so needed and it's so nice to see.
We're the only gospel presence during CMA.
Really?
Fest, yeah. Only gospel show.
Really? But now, it seems like some of the artists may bring some things in, but
sure,
I mean, I guess.
Random song or something.
Yeah, but that's incredible. How long does the festival go on? Because my entire time in Nashville radio was not in country music. It was Foundation Talk and then rock and adult contemporary. I had 1 year that I worked with Jerry House, and so that was my only real exposure, other than the fact that they were in the same building with us, to the country music scene. So as much time as I've spent in Nashville, I don't know a lot about the country music scene in Nashville. So, it's just, I had a question that I was going to ask you about it. But do you work just in country music?
No, not at all. No,
Okay.
I did a gig with the Nashville Opera.
That's cool.
I toured with them as a music director, pianist of an original opera that we took to the schools.
Okay.
But I do a lot of country. I also do, of course, Christian. I'm worship leader at Faith Baptist Church.
Okay. Very cool. And I know where my question was going is because I don't know a lot about the festival because I've never really worked in country music other than that 1 year. So I think that was my point. But so people think that I know all about everything Nashville, and I really don't. I have friends that do.
Sure,
but,
you know who to
I
call.
know who to call,
Yeah.
but it's in the same sense. I don't know much about it. So it's and it was my first love, But and then I got off on the more of the rock side and all that as I started getting.
You like
older.
bluegrass too?
I grew up with bluegrass, and
I
so we
love
have our bluegrass
bluegrass.
festival that I get to host every year. And
Where's that?
Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. We just
I've
had
heard
it.
of the. Oh,
We just had it. Yeah, we have it third weekend. It's the weekend after Mother's Day.
Okay.
So up at Kilgore Park in Cross Plains, and it is just a wonderful show.
I want to do that next year.
The amount of talent that's in this area is absolutely mind blowing. It blows my mind. It's probably the reason why I quit singing when I got to town. I'm like, well, I need to sit down because I mean, everywhere I turned, because I don't play an instrument. If I could play, I would probably still be singing and doing stuff. But because I have to always have accompaniment, I'm like, I think
I
you
could have
to
you
sing.
accompanying yourself on piano in 4 weeks.
See, it's so funny you say that because my friend Rachel Culver also teaches voice and piano.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start taking lessons. I've been taking voice from her for the last few months. And then, because it's something I've never been trained, and so I said, hey, I want to kind of see, what my real range is and all that. And so we started, and I told her, I said, I played piano for a very brief time when I was a kid, and I said I would love to get to where I could, do worship leading and things like that with a piano, and I've played a little bit of guitar too, but I just I've never been disciplined enough to sit down and practice like I need to. And so that's the big struggle for me.
Well, I've got an improv system that just gets the quickest results, and you know what you're doing. It's not anything, it's just like learning guitar. You learn chords and then strumming patterns. So we need to talk. Yeah.
We need to talk because this is something I really want to do. I mean,
you would be amazed.
I really at my age, I'm one of these people. I don't believe in thinking you're too old to do anything. I'm 63, and so it was so funny at the Kilgore Festival last week or week before last. They told the story of Thomas Kilgore, who was the guy who settled the land, and he walked to make a claim. And he walked in to do that from long. I don't have all the notes in front of me. He was 63. Oh, wow. And that just kind of like reinforced for me. It's like, no, you're not done, man. You got things you need to do, new things. And so
I have a song to sing today, and there's a line in there. It's not too late to be who you were meant to be.
Oh, cool. Well, did we want to hear that
Well,
song?
maybe if we get a pedal.
We're waiting for a pedal. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot. We're waiting on a piece of something for the keyboard.
We have a keyboard, but no pedal sustain.
So there you go. But I think it's so intriguing. So you have had talk about your career, you work independently. This is something I teach. My husband and I both, we retired from our full-time jobs, and we both teach now in Roberts County. We're in the CTE program, and we're career teachers. And I teach audio and video production. And I tell the kids, I said, it's a fun and exciting world. It's very different than when I first started. And one of the guys, there's Steve Beischer, that is he directs all the media classes at Ball State. Well, he's a 5-time Grammy Award-winning sound engineer.
Wow.
And he has like 100 number one songs that he engineered.
Oh, my goodness.
And so he comes in and talks to my kids about, and he's still working. I mean, he's still doing stuff and doing, different things. But he will say, at the height of my career, every 3 months I was looking for a new gig. And that's been your world, isn't it? I mean, it's like you're always looking for that new gig, right?
Actually, I taught at Vol State there in the music department for a little while. That was a gig that came up out of the blue.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what you do, and that's what this industry is about. Is you're out there just what's next, what's next, and if that's a world you can live in, it's fun and it's exciting. Every morning you wake up, it's different. Like
I had a blast a couple of years ago. John Barry.
Oh yeah, I love John
Barry.
Oh
my goodness, the best male singer in country music.
I agree.
Well, out of the blue, I get this phone call. Hey, I was wondering if you'd play keys on my Christmas tour. So, and he is Mr. Christmas, and his "Oh Holy Night" is the definitive "Oh Holy Night."
Oh yeah, it is the best one ever.
It's the best. So I got to, so I was like, all these things I got going. I said, give me 24 hours to see how I can put everything on hold and go on the road with you. And it was a blast.
Oh, I'm sure. It
was a great experience.
Oh, my gosh. That's amazing. As soon as you mentioned that he was going to be there, the first thing I thought about, Oh, Holy Night. Because it is just the...
Definitive.
It is the best version of that song I've ever heard. His voice is so powerful, and that is so stinking cool. But that's the thing I love about what you do, and because it's a journey, man, to do that. But it's exciting, and I've got a kiddo that just graduated, and he's brilliant. He's our valedictorian. Okay,
Oh,
Hayden,
wow.
I'm talking about you, and he's just flat brilliant and could do anything. He is determined to be a sound engineer or be a movie producer. I mean, he could really do anything. And he's like, he goes, I know I can make a living at it. And I said, just as long as you understand the journey, and he may be our next Spielberg. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope he casts me in something.
I mean, I'll tell you, but he's going to MTSU and studying, and I'm excited for him, but in the same sense, I'm like, buckle up, because it's a tough industry.
Yeah.
It is a tough industry. So, but I love hearing stories like yours that you can do this, and you can, if this is your dream, you can do this. You can make a living doing this.
It takes all of the talent, but then it takes a personality and entrepreneurship. You just got to stay on top of how am I going to make this financially viable?
Well, and he's also a fabulous guitarist. I mean,
great.
he's just incredibly talented young man. But nonetheless, I digress. But when I talk to people like you, it encourages me. Yes, you can do this, but boy, you got to put your head down, and you've got to get to know people, and you've got to build those connections.
Diversify a little bit.
Yes, and you have to build those connections everywhere you go. Well, okay, so what are we missing here is about, let me do a break, or do we have a pedal come in, or nope, so we're just going to be on our...
Want to do like one or something?
Well, I can just, as long as everybody knows
Okay,
that it's choppy for a reason.
okay, well, that's just it, and I'm sure there's a pedal around here somewhere, but you don't know where it is? Okay, let me go ahead and do a break. Why don't you go ahead and get set up, and we'll hear something.
Sure.
How about that? And let me go ahead and let's start with Valor Mortgage this morning. My friends at Valor Mortgage, we've been talking about them for a while. Our latest full-time sponsor, Chris Armtrout, and the experienced loan officers at Valor's, they work hard to find the right mortgage solutions for your life, your budget, and your goals. Does not matter what you're looking for. They have got something that's going to work for you if you're a veteran. VA loans, of course. They've got VH loan options, conventional, jumbo financing, and all the tools to get you to the closing table, because let's face it, buying a home is one of the biggest decisions you will ever make. So you do not want to settle for a lender that's going to treat you like a number. And guys, if you get on the phone, start calling these 1-800 numbers, you're going to get spammed, you're going to be a number, and you're not going to have that personal service that you're going to get from Valor. You've got to get pre-qualified if you want to get out and find out if you're buying a home for the first time. We're going to talk about Barry and Rebecca here in a minute, and they'll tell you from a realtor's perspective, if you've not gotten pre-qualified, you've not even started. So here's the starting line. You give Valor a call, 615-671-9178, 615-671-9178, or you can go to valor.mortgage, you get pre-approved today, and they can help you whether you're buying your first home, if you're wanting to do a refi, maybe you're wanting to invest in your future, whatever it might be. It does not matter what you have going on. They are there to help you. They do have an office in downtown, but Crystal say it's best to always call them because they're out and about and meeting with folks. Those numbers again, 615-671-9178, 615-671-9178, or go to valor.mortgage to get pre-approved, because when it matters most, you deserve a lender you can trust. Buy with confidence. Buy with Valor. Valor Mortgage, NMLS 1210804, DBA of Encore Lending Group, NMLS 1249911, Equal Housing Lender, subject to credit approval. Rates and terms subject to change without notice. Not a commitment to lend. And be sure to let them know U-Turn sent you. Okay, so we've got Mark's going to, what are you going to play for us?
I'm going to sing an original song. When I was a little kid, I remember sitting at the kitchen table. My mom was doing dishes, and she told a story. And it was, it all came around to Paul writing that he prayed 3 times to have this thorn in the flesh taken away, but that God's grace was sufficient. But it was a story about a lady that she knew, a very sad story, and she was just claiming that God's grace is sufficient. And I remembered that story, and then I grew up and became a songwriter. I was at the Bluebird and listening, and Alan Shamblin, one of my favorite writers. Oh, I just love his writing, and he says things so simply. And so I remembered this experience with my mom, and I thought, I want to write a song, My Grace is Sufficient for Thee. And that just sounded like too big a mouthful. And so I thought, well, how would Alan Shamblin say that? I thought he would just say, it's enough. So I wrote a song called It's Enough. When I was a little child, Mama said, son, there'll be trials, but don't worry on your way. The good Lord gives us plenty of grace, and it's enough. It is enough when the way is hard and the road is rough. It's enough. It is enough. Don't be afraid. Hold on to His grace. It's enough. It is enough. Through my tears, I found it true. When times were lean and friends were few, the grace of God's a gift that's free, and it's enough for this journey. It's enough. It is enough when the way is hard and the road is rough. It's enough. It is enough. Don't be afraid. Hold on to His grace. It's enough. It is enough. Now there are things we cannot see, and there is truth we've yet to know. So we must cling to this belief. The grace of God will lead us home, and it's enough. It is enough when the way is hard and the road is rough. It's enough. It is enough. Don't be afraid. Hold on to His grace. It's enough. It is enough. It's enough. It is enough.
Absolutely beautiful. I love that. That is absolutely beautiful. And this sounded pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't put that mix up against, but I think, thank you, Lee Marie.
Yes, thank you to my mic stand.
There you go for our mic stand. I love it. I love it. But that is a beautiful song, and I love it.
Thank you.
And I love that you told the story building up to it, because His grace is efficient, and
let me tell you. You get inspired and you write these songs because you want to write a song.
Right.
I have been through an experience since December that has just changed my life. And now I sing these songs that I wrote years ago, and they hit me in a brand new way. At the end of December, I went to Florida to visit family, my brother and his family, and I got there on a Friday after Christmas. I woke up Saturday feeling like I had the flu. I went to urgent care Monday, and they said, well, you tested negative for flu, but we're going to treat you for flu. Tuesday, I woke up covered in shingles on my face. My eye was swollen shut
Oh my God.
with shingles on the lid, around it. I
Yeah.
had shingles in my eye. I had shingles on the roof of my mouth. Shingles in my temple, everywhere. So I go to the ER. Yeah, you have shingles. Here, take these meds.
Whoa.
Well, I stayed in Florida for a couple of weeks recuperating, but nobody told me what was coming. I got back to Nashville. I had a few days of feeling like I was over it when all of a sudden this thing called post-herpetic
Yep.
neuralgia hit. 15% of people who get shingles get PHN, post-herpetic neuralgia. There are no words to describe this pain. It felt like there was a screwdriver in my eye being jabbed and twisted at the same time. I was out of my mind in pain.
Oh my
I
God.
go back to the ER. I was on 2,700 milligrams gabapentin, Percocet, the Oxy
God
thing.
bless you.
Oh, I'm still fighting that.
I had a girl we went to church with that couldn't walk. I mean, she was on a walker. I mean, it seems like it was like a year.
Yeah.
Because she had the same kind of reaction. My brother had a terrible time with shingles. I got vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'm not big on vaccinations, but boy, I got that one. And I'm telling you, because I heard some horror stories, and she's in hearing yours. I'm like, oh my word! People don't have any idea.
The pain is.
I've seen what people have gone through. God bless you, and you're still seeing the repercussions of it.
Oh, I am. I see a cornea specialist every couple of weeks. I'm on a $350 a month eye drop. I'm acupuncture twice a week, trying to bring the nerves back.
Wow.
Ivermectin prescription, and I'm also rubbing the horse paste on my face.
Yeah.
Which I think is really helping.
Isn't that something? It's amazing. I mean, incredible. As soon as you said shingles, I was like, oh no. Because I have, if you have it bad, dear God, it is not good.
And the shingles were nothing compared to the post-herpetic.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh my gosh, God bless you. Well, you look great. You look like you're doing good, but man.
God's grace has been sufficient, and I have prayed Mark 11:24 every day. I believe in my heart that I am healed. You know, the world tells us that seeing is believing.
Yeah.
And the Bible tells us the believing. You believe first. We walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah. For bless your heart. Well, you look like you're on the back side of it. And I know that's got to affect work and everything.
Oh, everything.
Just a tough road. But he's gotten you through it.
Amen.
So, praise the Lord, and that you're able to do this, and get this going again. This will be your revival moment.
Yay.
Sunday.
I
what
love
I mean?
that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it'll be he's restoring what the locust ate.
Amen.
Right? Yeah, we had a journey last year that the locust chewed on us a little bit too, but he restored it tenfold.
Oh, wow.
And he'll do the same for you. He'll do the same for you because you're faithful.
Thank you. Praise God.
Yeah. God bless you, though. But whew, what a journey! As soon as you said that, I was thinking about my friend at church, and she was around church on a walker for a while, and we were all like, "What in the world happened?" I don't think people realize how devastating it can be. You hear about it, but
the PHN of the trigeminal nerve is known as the suicide diagnosis disease. Wow. My cornea specialist had a dear friend who got shingles in his eye, and he killed himself.
God bless.
It's an unlivable pain.
Oh my word! Well, bless your heart. I'm glad the Lord got you through it.
Yeah.
You're on the other side of it. You're this far on the other side. I
still have the stabs and the tingling and the numbness and the burn.
Yeah.
But it's a nuisance compared to what it was.
Okay. Well, bless your heart. Wow. Oh. There'll probably be an amazing song that'll come out of it if you haven't already written it.
I thought I never dreamed that people were surviving with this kind of pain. And like moms with kids, how are they doing this? And it's something that you can't see. And I had this encounter with this lady who I tell myself, well, she's crazy, And as she walked away one day, instead of just thinking once again, well, she's just a crazy lady. I thought, Mark, whatever she's gone through to make her this way, you can't see it.
Yeah.
But she's been through, and just like you would want grace for this PHN, give her grace for whatever she has survived.
Yeah. And that's one of the, we work with Celebrate Recovery at my church, and that's one thing when you meet people, you just have no idea what journey they've been on. And the sad thing is, there's a whole lot of people that aren't doing any kind of recovery community or recovery meetings that need it. And I'm not talking about for alcohol and drugs. I'm talking about for life. That's
trauma.
Yeah, that's what I love about Celebrate Recovery is it's for everything.
And what's the name of it?
It's called Celebrate Recovery, CR, for hurts, habits, and hangups. It's out of the Saddleback Church in California.
Okay.
That's where it was founded, with the purpose-driven life and all of that.
Are there chapters here?
Oh, all over. There's one probably meeting. There's one actually up at the Baptist Church here in, we've got, let's see, do we have one local now? We had one at Epiphany, but we don't have it now. But there's the one up at the Baptist Church up in Greenbrier that meets on Sunday afternoons. Okay. And Calvary Baptist. And then there's one, she's so good with names, and I'm not, but she remembers them all. Calvary Baptist is where they have it on Sunday afternoon now at, what's the big Baptist church there that yes, thank you. Again, names. Cool. I feel like I'm getting old. But Long Hollow on Monday night is when they have theirs, and then we have the one up at Madison Church of Christ on Wednesday night. You're
at the Madison Church of Christ? Oh, wow.
I've been there since 1989. What affiliation do you have there?
Faith Baptist there at Rivergate. Used to be Alta Loma next to Home Depot.
Oh, yeah.
Across from...
Okay, I didn't realize that was y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, when you said that, I didn't realize that. Mm-hmm. Yes, we're just up the street from you.
Yeah.
But I've been there forever. But
come help us with our homeless ministry.
Well, see, we have one going as well.
Really? Okay.
We have our benevolent center there. And we do clothing and food. And so, the people don't realize that Madison is inner city now. Mm-hmm. And the homeless community is just vast.
It is.
It is vast. And I'm thinking, what kind of programs do you have with the homeless community?
Well, you ring the office doorbell and you get a sack lunch every day. And once a month, we cook a big dinner and for the community. And everybody comes in and... little witness there.
Well, that's wonderful, and it's
clothes.
And it's the same kind of thing with us. I mean, it's they serve the community and try to get them some food every day and those kinds of things. But it is a lot. How many homeless people do you think ring your bell every day? I'm curious.
Maybe 10.
Okay. That's less than I would have thought because I mean there's so many, but nonetheless they get the word out and people will know and then they get there. But there's so much going on. If you're trying to find purpose in your life, you just aren't asking the right people because there's all kinds of things you can do. And so give them a contact to how they can get involved with your church there. Then.
Sure.
When do y'all meet? If they wanted to get involved with the homeless ministry, what would they need to do?
Well, we're Faith Baptist Church at Gallatin Road, 1602 at the corner of Gallatin and Alta Loma Road. Mm-hmm. And worship is at 10:30 Sunday morning, 9:15 Sunday school.
Okay.
Wednesday night service.
Okay, very good. What time do y'all meet on Wednesday?
They just changed it, and I work Wednesday night, so I can't go. It's 5 or 5, probably 5:30 or 6.
Because we have Celebrate Recovery on Wednesday night. That's when we do ours. And
what's the first word you're saying?
Celebrate.
Celebrate. Okay.
Celebrate Recovery. I need to work on my enunciation. Celebrate Recovery, and
gotcha.
So CR.
That's great,
but yeah. So, but I love that you're a person of faith and you're influencing the music community in Nashville. What else do you want to talk about this morning? Do you want to play another song, or is the keyboard? The
keyboard's that's kind of stressful.
I gotcha. Well, that's fine. But I tell you what, we started out talking about the show. That's the reason we wanted to bring you in and talk about. I mean, we can talk about anything because it's Faith Friday, and this is the moment.
Okay.
We very intentionally we're going to get some Jesus on you every day because this is a faith-based worldwide Christian broadcast company. Terrestrially, we cover the county, but through the internet, we go everywhere, and you can pick it up anywhere. So we like to be very intentional on Friday and just talk about the things that matter to us of faith. So maybe be thinking about something you want to share.
Well, yeah,
It's faith driven, and let me do my break, and then we'll come back and we'll reset and talk to Mark Thomas, who is directing the Sunday Morning Country. It is going to be a phenomenal show, 44th annual Sunday Morning Country. That's happening this Sunday.
June 7th.
June 7th. I'm sorry, a week from this Sunday. June 7th. My husband had a surgery this week, so my whole week has just been kind of
that's hard.
discombobulated. It is next Sunday, June 7th at 4 p.m. So, and the warm-up is going to be at 3:30 p.m., and you're going to want to be there for that. But you can go to www.opry.com for tickets, or you can message him, and he'll hook you up. Well, that's why I said this weekend is going to be busy. I just had it in my head. This May has been a long month, because you figure we're not finished with May until Sunday. Because this is our fifth Friday. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the seats are general admission, so if they want to, get there early, they can. The doors open at 2:30.
Okay, so these are general admission seats, so people will get there early to make sure they get the best seats. So the doors will open at 2:30 if you want to come in and get one of those front row seats. So, because it'll fill up. And what a great day, though. So let me do my break, and then we'll come back and reset, and we'll talk about maybe something that just matters to you. You told your story about your mom. Maybe there's another story you want to share. Anything testimonial or about the show, wherever you want to go with it. But let's talk right now about Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. And as we've been saying all week, condolences to Rebecca. Her mother passed away just a few days ago, and so they are dealing with that. I mean, it's one of those things that we just love you, and our prayers are with you guys. But I know for sure that if you have something you need right now, and maybe they're tied up for the moment, well, they have got Brandy, who is there, Brandy Hastings, that's there with Exit Prime Realty, that can help you out and take care of anything that you might have come up, and take care of all your real estate needs. Guys, Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty, they are the real deal. And of course, Brandy is in there with them now as well. But when it comes to making sure that you're ready to buy, we talked about getting pre-qualified. That is the most important thing you can do. And that's the first thing they're going to tell you when you start looking for a home is what price range are you looking in? And you're like, oh, I think I can afford this. Well, no, what can you really afford? What is your price range because of what you've pre-qualified for? Because there's no point in looking until you have done that. That's the first thing they're going to tell you to do. If you're selling, the first thing they're going to tell you to do is to go and get a market analysis. They'll do a free market analysis for you, so you know what your home will bring and what kind of a loan can be obtained to buy that property. There's so many things that you need to take care of. They're going to make sure every T is crossed and every I is dotted if you come to the table. Maybe you want to be a realtor. They can help you out with that as well. And Barry told me about a program for high school students to get their real estate license. This is something we need to be working on with CTE in our schools, our career and technical education programs, through our business programs at my school. I'm going to talk to our business teachers about it and make sure they're aware of it, because I've had several kids come out of high school and say, hey, I want to be a realtor. And I've pointed them to Barry and Rebecca Richards because I know they know their stuff. If you want to reach out to them, sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-Y, robertsoncounty.com. Those are the ways you can connect with them through the internet, or you can just Google them, or give them a call, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425, or 7424. Always let them know that U-Turn sent you. Okay, Mark, where are we going with this?
Hey, well, it's Faith Friday, and I lead worship at Faith Baptist, and without faith, it's impossible to please God.
Amen.
So maybe we could talk about faith a little bit.
Well, let's do it.
When I was in my 20s, I experienced a real, live, indisputable miracle.
I love these stories.
And
more.
well, I was going to skip the story. I could tell you if you want to hear it. But I took it in stride. It was an instant answer to prayer. But I would often think back on that through the years. I would ruminate on that, and I would think, how did God do that? And I would think, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And I would just think, and then I would say, well, it'll come to me some other day. I would give up on it. And one day, a couple of years ago, I'm thinking on it, and I felt like the Holy Spirit just revealed so much truth to me. When I read, seemingly for the first time, Mark 11:24, Jesus said, whatever you ask in my name, believe in your heart. And if someone had said fill in the blank, I would have said that you will receive it and it'll be yours. That's not what he said. He said, believe in your heart that you have received it and it will be yours. You have to believe first that you've received it, and then it'll be yours. That's faith. And if you have received what you've asked for, you're grateful. So you walk in gratitude from that moment that you've made your request and you've believed. And in that moment, I'm thinking about faith is the substance of things hoped for. That's your prayer request. That's your need. What is evidence of things not seen? That's, to me, walking in the faith that you have received. I thought of the lady with the blood. She's thinking, oh, Jesus, back in the day, women were nothing, unfortunately. She's like, I'm a lady, he's a man, he's not going to talk to me. I'm not going to talk to him. I'll be healed if I just touch the hem of his garment. That was her faith. So if you could see her, she's reaching out. And Jesus said, who touched me? Jesus didn't say, I heal you. He said, your faith has made you whole. The evidence of her faith to me was she's reaching out to touch. That proves that she believed.
Oh, yeah.
When the lepers, Jesus, heal us. Go show yourselves to the priest. Well, if I had been a leper, I would have thought, that priest, he can't, I was wanting you to heal me, Jesus. That priest can't do anything. I would have gone home to my wife, no, he didn't heal me. But instead, they believed, they ran to the priest, and it says, as they ran, they were healed. What was the evidence of their faith that they would be healed? The fact that they're running.
They knew they already had it. Yeah.
And then here's the centurion with the sick soldier at home. And LaVern, if I said to you, do something this week to amaze God and tell me what you did last week. We're amazed by Jesus. What could we do that would amaze Jesus? Well, the centurion did something that amazed Jesus. The centurion.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He said, my soldier is sick. He's got fever. He's in bed. He's convulsing. Jesus totally sets up the spike. He says, oh, do you want me to go to your house and heal him? And the centurion said, you don't have to do that. I have authority. I'm a commander, just like you. I give the word and someone does my word. If you'll just give the word, my soldier will be healed. And it says, Jesus was amazed. Said he had not seen that kind of faith in all of Israel. That was the evidence of his faith. The evidence, I wasn't going to tell you the story. I needed a dime so badly. I won't tell you the whole story.
Okay.
I was in grad school. I had to have this dime. I checked the ashtrays in my car. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and I hold my hand out, and my eyes are open, and I'm praying, Lord, you created everything, the planets, the stars. You can put a dime in my hand right now, and I won't even be surprised when you do. Now I'm driving this old 1963 Chevy Nova that I've had for 5 years, old car. And the rear view mirror flopped when I bought it. So I wedged a dime in that mirror 5 years earlier. Now I'm doing this saying, you could give me a dime, create a dime in my hand right now. I won't be surprised. He did not remind me of that dime. While I'm doing this, that dime fell from the mirror to the floor mat.
Oh, that's fun.
And I hear that thud. I picked it up. I said, thank you, Lord. I wasn't even a bit surprised. I really thought it was going to appear in my hand.
Right.
But to like a bystander watching me, here's this crazy man talking to himself and pointing to his palm. This is evidence. I finally determined the evidence of my faith was holding my hand out to receive it and tapping it with my finger.
That's amazing. You've given me several things to think about. That is so cool. It's so funny that you mentioned something just kind of falling. We met somebody when my husband was having surgery the other day, and they were talking about their travels, and they had been my son is going somewhere where they just had been, somewhere in Scotland, and they were telling him to go to this cathedral. And she tells this story about how they went to this church service at this cathedral that's in Scotland. And it's very special. It's a very special place. And she said, I opened my Bible and I'm sitting there, and she goes, it was the most incredible moment of my trip. She says, I'm opening my Bible and we're worshiping. And she says, this gold flake just falls into my Bible and there's nothing for it to flake off of. She says, and they've still got it. And it's like, you see those kinds of moments, you're like, what? But it's just, when you told that, it just made me think immediately of her story because it just kind of fell into her Bible. And she's like, and I've still got it. And I'm like, oh, I would too. But it's just cool. And it's something too about what you said about the centurion, about if you want to amaze God, that's what you do.
Have faith.
That's never clicked in my head. And I've how many times have I read that story? Heard that story. But if you want to amaze God, then amaze him through your faith. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
I have prayed every day since this hit, this terrible pain.
Yeah.
I've prayed Mark 11:24, thanking God for my healing. Mm-hmm. Lord, I thank you for healing my face. Yeah. You're a good father, Lord. And you tell us that what father would give his kid a rock when he's asking for bread?
Yeah.
And the scripture that says healing is his children's bread. Mm. And I'm asking, Lord, and I'm believing that I've received this bread. Mm-hmm. I'm on support groups for PHN on Facebook. There are poor people stuck where I was stuck for those first 4 weeks that are dealing with that tremendous pain every day. And I praise God for what he brought me through and where I am, but I look forward to the day where everything is totally restored.
Yeah, and it will be. It
Amen.
will be. He restores with the locust eat if you stay faithful and you want to impress him with your faith. I love that. That was the best part right there,
Amen.
What you just shared with us. Amen. But so many wonderful things. This is Faith Friday, guys. This is 1100 WSGI, and I'm talking with Mark Thomas. And Lee Marie said, "Hey, you've got an extra Faith Friday this month. We need to talk about this great show that's coming up, Sunday Morning Country. We want to wrap up where we began to make sure people know about this show next Sunday.
June
My
7th.
calendar's all messed up. When you teach school, the minute summer happens, everything just kind of falls. You just kind of like your whole head's out, you just forget what day it is. And then with my husband having to have surgery this week, that really got us all discombobulated, and I can't remember what day of the week it is. But nonetheless, this is next Sunday, and this is during the big CMA Fest, and is that what we call it now?
Yes,
CMA
yes.
Fest? Because I'm a fanfare person.
Fanfare.
That's what we always called it whenever in my early radio days. It was always fanfare.
At the old, what'd they call that? Not the convention?
Or it wasn't at Municipal. I don't know where they held it.
It was where all those, and you would have animal stalls if it were a fair.
Oh, at the fairgrounds? Did they have it at the
fairgrounds,
fairgrounds?
yeah.
Did they have it at the fairgrounds? I didn't remember that. I just had to talk about it from a traffic perspective. I never went because I wasn't in country music, but it was a big deal because, as a traffic reporter, look at the map of Nashville. We're a circle. We have the downtown loop, and all the interstates come into it. And if anything happens in the downtown loop, it's a hot mess. And it's still a hot mess. That's why we need a bypass around Nashville. But I don't know. I don't think it'll ever happen in my lifetime. But we had one of the biggest messes during Fanfare, or it may have been called CMA Fest. They had done a road repair overnight that did not set up because the temperatures were wrong. And they had to shut down. I'm wanting to say it was this stretch of maybe 40 right there, or maybe 65 right there around Broadway. There was a stretch of highway on the downtown loop that had to get shut down. Well, because everything connects to the downtown loop, it was the biggest nightmare mess ever. And it was that was one of those fanfare weeks that it happened, and I will never forget it. That's one of my traffic stories I always share. But this is just such a special thing. He said, what Mark was saying, it is the only Christian show that you're going to have. at the CMA Fest. So you want to be a part of it. It's the 44th annual Sunday Morning Country. The tradition continues. It's June 7th. 4 p.m. is when the show starts, but the doors will open at 2:30. Tickets are general admission. Warm-up's at 3:30, and it's at the Grand Ole Opry House here in Nashville. And oh my goodness, just the list of folks that are going to be here. Do you want to run through the list for them and tell them some of the folks that are going to be? And the choir is the backup.
Sure, yeah.
We're singing backup for these artists.
Yes, 90 voices. Charlie McCoy, Grand Ole Opry star member Charlie McCoy, the world's greatest harmonica player. Jimmy Fortune from Statler's, and he's big in Southern gospel. Mandy Barnett, who created the role of Patsy Cline on Broadway. John Barry, incredible male vocalist. John McEwen of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Aubrey Nicole, Cassie Daniels. It's their first year with us. Mackenzie Phipps is back, an incredible singer. Cutter and Cash, Diane Sherrill. Oh my gosh, she is so much fun. She's an incredible performer. I'll be singing with the Music City Quartet.
Fun.
Yeah,
Awesome.
We have a great time. And also, I sang a writer's night, and the producer of the show was there, and he heard a song I sang, and he said, "Hey, I want you to sing that on the show." So I'm singing that with two dear friends, Judy Gilbert and Bev McCann.
Very
I get
cool.
to sing an original song on the Sunday Morning
That's
Country
so
show.
cool. Do you want to tell us which one?
It's called Love Isn't Love Till You Give It Away.
Oh man, that's so cool. That is awesome. I love the title. I love the hook.
Thank you.
So very nice. How long have you had that one?
That's a good long time ago.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. So again, anything that we're missing before we wrap up our time together? We're coming up. We've got just a few minutes left.
Adam Warner, you will get triple your money's worth. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. It is, and your part. You mentioned Music City Christian Fellowship. Do you know that I probably have heard of it over the years, but I don't recall much about that. So how do you become a part of that?
Well, you could find us on the internet, musiccitychristianfellowship.org.
Okay.
And it's a wonderful conglomeration of people from all across the country.
So is this something that you have to be a performer to be a part of? Is it for artists?
It's for anybody.
Okay.
Anybody.
That's what, because you said you became you joined the Music
that's
City
how I got
Christian
started.
Fellowship. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so it's for anybody.
This is our main event.
Okay.
The Sunday Morning Country Show.
That y'all put on. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. So I'm just connecting all the dots.
Please
connecting
do.
all the dots. So very cool. And how long have you been directing it?
I want to say since around 2016.
Well, that's very cool. So, and where can they hear you otherwise? Are you going to be doing any shows coming up?
I'm in the studio right now. Well, it got delayed because of the PHN, but I'm in the studio working on a couple projects right now.
Okay.
That I'll be pushing.
Very good. That you're going to be pushing out some original stuff. Very good. Do you still show up at the Bluebird some?
I do. Hey, I'll be there July 12th.
July 12th.
Sunday.
Very cool. Very cool. I went to Lipscomb. And so Bluebird is down in my neighborhood when I was in college. I didn't appreciate it for what it was when I was in school there because I was new to the area. But as I've got more and more in radio, I'm like, oh, that's a cool place. And I've been there for events. Oh, yeah. It's just incredible. Just incredible. If you've never been to the Bluebird. How do you get tickets to Blue? I haven't tried to get tickets.
They're impossible. They're impossible.
Yeah.
Monday morning, I don't know if it's 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock, you have to be sitting at your computer. Boom, hit it, and then it might say sold out because
it sells out that
every
quick.
single show is sold out.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, that's one thing. I haven't attempted to get tickets in a long time. But it is because it's just so iconic and it's so fun. And if you can get into the Bluebird, you need to go because it's just, it's an experience in and of itself.
And a shout out to Steve Goody. He's the host of the show I'll be on. He's an incredible host.
Yeah, very cool. I'm so glad to meet you.
You too,
This has
LaVern.
been a great time.
I've known who you are for a long time.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very
it's a
much.
thrill.
I'm honored. When people tell me that, it still just kind of blows me away.
Yeah.
You know, and but I'm honored, very much so. And
You were in
I
a
just
helicopter, right?
no,
You never had a helicopter?
No, everybody, the airspace, the airport's so close to downtown Nashville. You do some. There's some that have helicopters and all that. But when I first started traffic, it was just what the job that was available because I just wanted to be on the air in Nashville. Okay, I just
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah.
I wanted to be a disc jockey, or I
Yeah.
wanted to be TV news or something like that. And they said, "Can you do traffic?" I'm like, "Sure." And I just figured it out. And I would work. I got to know the dispatchers really well, and I would call them, and I would take them pizzas and T-shirts and things like that, and just had a relationship with them. This is before we had cameras, and so because of those relationships, I got in really good information from them, and then it just kind of built from there. But no, we always worked out of a studio. There are some that flew. Richard Thomas famously was in the air. You know, he had an airplane, but Drive Time Dave landed an airplane one time on the interstate. They wanted me to go up with him a couple of times, and I was like, And I actually did traffic from a balloon one time.
Oh my!
And that we became the traffic because the balloon started coming down right there on the ramp of I-40 out by.
Oh my goodness!
Because we were getting too close to the airport and they had to bring it down. And so we were like on the off ramp, then we took back off. I've got all kinds of traffic stories, but yeah, it's fun stuff. But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
It's been a
much for
pleasure.
being here. And thank you, Lee Marie, for setting it up. And man, I want to come to this show. I'm going to do my best to be there because that
Please.
sounds like a wonderful time. But I just had it in my head that it was this Sunday, and I thought, well, Mark's still healing. We can't go. But next Sunday we might can.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That'd be great. I would love to witness this. It just sounds so wonderful. It just sounds like something you're going to come away with going.
You leave different than you went in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Very good. Thank you. So
Thank
nice to
you.
meet you. And guys, thank you for joining us. And thank you for being a part of what we do right here at 1100 at WSGI. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. And please find a church family to be a part of this weekend, wherever it might be. Get some Jesus on you this weekend, and it will change you forever, y'all. God bless.
They took your commandments off the schoolhouse walls. They say it's a crime to even pray within the halls. But bless the child that lets you in and knows without a doubt what you live inside.